As many of you know, I'm not a big fan of cases. I typically am more of a skin or naked type of guy. So when the company Veselcase contacted me to review their case, I was like, no. But then I saw a great opportunity. It's been years since I've used a case on my phone, yet I still hold this grudge against them. So I hit them back up and I was like, on second thought, let me give it a try. So here is my full review of the Veselcase. Before I go in too deep, this whole review is going to be from a case versus no case perspective. Any specifics I talk about will be about the Veselcase, but the problems I'm going to discuss are going to be problems with cases in general. And I figured the Veselcase is one of the most premium cases out there with a price tag of $140, so if any case could win me over, it's this one. First things first, the looks. 99.9999% of the time, a case makes a phone look worse. Millions and millions of dollars and hours go into designing a phone to look the way it does, and a case just covers that up. However, with the Veselcase, it's a little bit different. It is a bumper style case, and the entire back of the phone is still exposed, so you aren't losing any of that aluminum beauty. Actually, it does cover up the rounded edges a little bit, but that is well worth the added gripability. And the case itself is gorgeous. It's a two-tone case with aluminum top and bottoms and wooden sides. The aluminum can be selected to match the color of your phone, and the wood type is kind of just personal preference. Probably the most widespread issue with all cases is inputs, where the case gets in the way of the aux port or the charging port because not everything will fit in. Unfortunately, the Veselcase does indeed suffer from this issue. While the standard Apple accessories will work just fine, every third-party charger or aux connector I've tried does not fit. Normally you can just take off the case to plug in, but since this case is tightly fit and secured by 4 screws, there's no slipping it off. Almost a deal breaker. Almost. The next really common problem with cases is mushy buttons. A ton of cases out there will just put a rubber mold over the button, so you have to press it super hard to actually activate the button. I'm looking at you, Otterbox. The Veselcase elected to put aluminum buttons over the power button, volume rocker, and mute switch. This was a great call. They feel tactile and look great. Now, what's the point of a case without protection? I mean, the whole point of a case is to protect your investment, so if you drop it, you're just damaging a case, not the entire phone. So far, so good with the Veselcase. I've had a bunch of minor drops, and actually just a few days ago, I had a 4 to 5 foot drop onto concrete. My heart dropped because the Veselcase doesn't seem like it offers a ton of protection, but I picked it up and the only damage done was a small scuff in the top right-hand corner. Well done. And the last common problem with cases is bulk. I'm also looking at OtterBox, but a ton of phone cases in the industry with this one. What they do is they focus so much on protection, which is a good thing if you're looking for a lot of protection, but they focus so much on just protection that they end up making the phone like twice as big and twice as heavy. The Veselcase definitely does add some dimension on each side, but it's not too big of a deal. And it doesn't feel significantly bigger because when you interact with the display like you're typing, you still get the same thickness in the center of the body. With all the generalities aside, I want to talk about some specifics with the Veselcase. These will not apply to all cases out there, but definitely are worth mentioning in the review of this case. Number one are the flexible sides. Since the sides are wood and not metal, they do have some flex. They're really easy to flex outwards, which worries me that I'll break it one day, either accidentally or on purpose, like out of anger or something. Number two is the camera lens. I mentioned this in my review of the iPhone 6s, linked below, but the Veselcase adds just enough thickness so the iPhone can now lay flat on a table. Veselcase, thank you. And finally, number three are the speakers, and this is actually a positive. It's notoriously easy to mute the sound from an iPhone by accidentally covering the speaker holes, but with the Veselcase, even when they're covered, the sound finds a way through the edges or something and doesn't get distorted. So I hope that gives you a full view of the Veselcase. It's very expensive, but it's also a very premium case experience. I still wouldn't call myself a case guy, but I definitely understand the appeal of cases a little bit better now, and I think that the good cases out there can be very positive, but most of the cases out there are just not a worthy accessory of your phone. Thank you for watching, subscribe to see more content, and as always, stay classy.